Yo, there Letsyn here, welcome to the new Synthesize Academy episode. And first I thought I would give the name Guns N' Roses for this video because in this video I want to fuse some melodic content or add some melodic content to our Tearout production, to our guns, like this. But then I thought only boomers would click on the video expecting me to cover Welcome to the Jungle or whatever. And like always, you can download this whole project from my Patreon below and click here for my academy. I have a very nice Tearout start to finish masterclass, but right now let's jump into it. As I told you, I made a start to finish Tearout masterclass. Check the link for it in the description. Yo, so here is this beat once again. So what I did is I took this groove that I made several months ago, you can reach it here, and changed it a little and adding the melodic flavor to it. So without the melodic flavor, this is how it sounds. So it's really dark this way, but I wanted to make it a little more brighter, a little more popular sounding. The first thing is I went to this character layer in Vital, and let me show you what I did. Is I automated this parameter, the oscillator 1 frequency. Well, I think it's warping mode. Let's call it warping mode. So this parameter, so it is on this position, and here in the B section of the drop, it is a little higher. And I use a different wavetable because previously in this video here I use I think it was just a sine, or I don't remember, but it was a different wavetable, so I changed that too. And from this point I only play with the random amplitudes, yeah, warping mode. So this is what I made to change the timbre of the gun, and then I added these chords, or well, this is not a chord sound but a little harmonic kind of content to it. Okay, so this is a crazy simple sound. Let me show it to you. I made it in Serum. I could have made it in Vital too, but Serum is still my go-to synth. So I use the cream wavetable. And what I suggest you to use instead of regular chords is using this harmonic kind of synth lead preset. Because what I did is I used one wavetable and I detuned the second one 7 semitones higher. Well, in this case 5 semitones lower, because this is on +1 and this is on 0, but 7 semitones higher. Anyway, so the difference between them is 5 semitones. So this plays a little harmony, I would say. And this is why it sounds really nice and harmonic, but basically the harmony is inside the lead preset. So I wanted to use a band warping mode here because, let me show it to you. Because this way, if I don't use the band warping mode, it kills the second one, even though it is 5 semitones lower. So I decided to use a different kind of sound to it to make them a little different. And then what I did is just top of the lows, added some distortion, equalizer, and using this envelope 2, I made the tail of, or the sustained part of the sound a little duller, so I didn't want to have a too sharp sound. So I didn't want to have instead this. So this way it conflicts less with the character layer, with the main gun basically. And then reverb and some heavy EQing on the lead. So basically I am masking this lead with the main gun that is really harsh, very upfront, and this lead makes it even more upfront. So this is why I wanted to keep everything in the mid-high frequency part of the spectrum. Because as you can hear, the mids and the mid-lows are too much here. I also wanted to make sure that the 5 kHz part does not conflict with the main gun. Let me show it to you. So it's very sweepy, very ear bleeding. It's not a very comfortable sound. So you definitely need to tweak this part of the spectrum on the lead. I also had to make sure that the guns are playing a little nicer, a little softer than previously, simply because we need to match the corrector layer with the lead. But I forgot to talk about the main part of this sound of the lead, that is this very fast LFO that basically plays a frequency modulation on the sound. So in the matrix, as you can see, I'm using LFO1 on the master tune. And besides these, I use Discord sound or Discord step sound, stack step from last week, along with this whatever sound. That is basically the same, almost the same like our lead, only with the saw wave. And I also had to make sure that I have some nice, very nice switch or fill basses. These basses are made either in Vital, some of them are in Serum. I resampled some of them and, you know, played with them with the stretch, with the reversing the samples and stuff like that. So to complement the main guns and create a very nice groove with fills and stuff. But all along, this groove came out, I think, really well. So basically you have two choices. If you have very harsh guns like these, you definitely want to make sure that your chords or lead sounds are very harsh too, but you need to match them. So if you want, you can use Neutron 3 masking, frequency masking tool. That is a really nice tool to have. You need to use relay with that. So I need to drop relay on the corrector layer and Neutron 3 on the lead. So once you set all these up, you can select relay, and this way you'll be able to frequency max the two sounds. This is a lot easier and simpler method, but honestly you can do it really fast with your ears because these are not very complicated sounds. You can clearly hear that the mid-high frequencies are the bad ones, so you need to tame those. And your other chance, use a lot darker sounding gun and you won't have to tweak too much with the leads, or you can use chords. But to me, honestly, using this harmonic lead sound where the harmony is inside a preset, it is a lot easier and it works a lot better with Tearout guns. Okay, so if you want to grab this whole project, check my Patreon with tons of other stuff and check my academy for very nice dubstep start to finish masterclasses. I was Lars and see you guys next time. Peace.